Okay, take two. Hopefully, I am able to edit this in. Big pizza. Big pizza has 6 cheese slices, 6 pepperoni slices, 4 all dressed slices. It is a 16 slice pizza. And for this part of the lesson, I was going to say Henry wants 1/3 of the cheese. So if Henry wants 1/3 of the cheese, this means I have this here so I'm not tripping. 1/3 times 6. So we would know that. I realize the flaw with this lesson is that I'm not including enough different denominators. So if we were to multiply different denominators together, you would obviously multiply the bottom two with it. I would probably create a question like this later on or adjust accordingly. So it would obviously be 6 over 1. We would know that this equals 6 over 3. This equals 2. So we know that Henry gets 2 slices of cheese. Funny enough, in another part of the question, we know that we're going to ask, for this question, 1/2 of the pepperoni. So there's 6 slices of pepperoni. 1/2 of the pepperoni times 6 equals 3, because we know that 6 times 1 equals 6, divided by 2 equals 3. Since we know that's 3, all dressed. So we know that he has 3 slices of pepperoni. So 2 slices pepperoni, 3 slices cheese, and 0 all dressed. But with the class, I find it's really good to go over zeros. So you would go 0 over 4 times 4, because he doesn't want any all dressed. Or 0 times 4, whatever it is. Jane has the same answer as Henry's pepperoni. So we know that Jane wants 3 pepperonis because she wants half of them. Or sorry, Jane wants half the cheese instead of half the pepperoni, so she wants 3 slices. She wants 1/6 of pepperoni times 6, so that is obviously a whole number. This would be a lot easier if I had people in my classroom asking me questions and interacting with me and all that. So after solving for however many slices that we were solving for, so we know that Jane wanted the cheese and an all dressed slice. So that is 5 slices, 5 slices. And so Michael will eat what's left. So if we know that there's 16 slices and they ate 10 together, then that leaves 6 slices for Michael. But which ones? So then we would try and go over that as a class, making sure that we understand distribution. It would be very easy. And then I would try and add a bit of money into the question. So if the pizza costed $24 and all of the slices were equal cost, like every slice costed the same, how much would each slice cost? So giving them that kind of question, I'm phrasing it in a way where I'm saying we know that $24 over 16 pizza slices gives us the amount of money per pizza slice. That's the kind of the way I would phrase it to my class and try and introduce that kind of understanding so that they can grasp that concept of division and understanding what is. They would be allowed to use calculators and would be able to figure out that that means it is $1.50 a slice. And then I would try and go along making sure that everyone is kind of up to par and doing well, and if everyone was, then I would probably just keep throwing more bonus questions on the board, but I would leave this one bonus question here. So like, let's say money was the next lesson, like there's a big kind of revolve around like multiplying money or understanding the value or grouping, something like that. So we know that it's $1.50 per slice, but after solving for Michael's, because you have to get to the end of the lesson basically to do the bonus question. So after figuring out how much pizza is left for Michael, because Jane and Henry are the big questions. Those are what I want the class to understand when it comes to multiplying fractions. They're very simple and it's very easy to grasp. So once they figure out that there are 6 slices left for Michael and that 3 of them are all dressed and the other 3 are other. So I asked if they're $3 for all dressed slices and $1 for every other slice, like cheese and pepperoni, will Michael lose money or gain money? So we know that if it's $3 for 3 all dressed pizzas, that gives us $9. And Michael would have already gone over budget because if he's only paying $1.50 a slice, $1.50 times 6 equals $9. So he pays his $9 with just the all dressed alone, and now he's paying 3 times $1 for the others. That gives 3, and then 12 is his total now with the 3 added in there. And that would kind of just be the warm up for the next lesson. That was kind of my strategy and understanding. I would try and make sure people understand lowest common denominators. So I think I should probably involve more of that in my lesson. Or at least more focus around using that, especially when it comes to multiplying. I realize that that was my flaw now. But overall, I think this wouldn't be a bad lesson to hold within an hour, especially if I can get the first 30 minutes of the lesson done from just presenting it because of class management and time of reasoning of like asking class and stuff and waiting for everything. I could also possibly ask students to be more interactive the next day with the lesson. So like maybe I would write questions up on the board that were a lot simpler to like this yesterday, and or like how I had this yesterday, and maybe I would like just make them just a little bit more complex and adjust it from there. But other than that, I hope you like my lesson. Thank you very much again for being a great professor, David. If you have to watch 2 videos, I am terribly sorry that I can't edit for poop. Yeah, thanks.